you for joining us on the news update on Enyimba TV. My name is Esther Chima. Ekuje Magistrate Court in the Federal Capital Territory has adjourned to Friday, November 8th, to begin hearing on the charges brought against a member of the House of Representatives representing Abia North and South Federal Constituency of Abia State, Alexander Ikweche, after granting him bail in the sum of 500,000 naira. Ikweche, who was arraigned on Wednesday before his wardship, Abubakar Umar Said, for allegedly assaulting a boat driver, Stephen Abusea, at his residence in Abuja, pleaded not guilty to the charges brought against him. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, arraigned Ikweche on 3 counts bordering on abuse of office, assault, and threat to life. After taking his plea, the Lawmakers Council proceeded to make an oral application for bail, which was granted by the court. The court proceeded to adjourn the hearing in the matter till November 8. Abia State Ministry of Environment, Umuahia, was on Wednesday rocked by a protest by some aggrieved staff of the ministry who claimed that more than 8 million naira had been deducted from their salaries in the past 3 years. According to the staff, who flaunted different placards, the money was deducted and dedicated to an account sometime in 2021 under a Christmas welfare program, adding that the deductions have been going on without the staff being refunded. The angry staff, who begged Governor Alex Oti to intervene in their plight, took their protest to the office of the Commissioner for Environment, Philemon Obonna, but could not meet him as he was not in office. According to them, though the deduction of the money started in 2021, some staff still noticed the discrepancy anytime they received their salaries. The workers fingered some powerful staff of the ministry. One of the staff who spoke about the money said that even some retired staff of the ministry are also victims of the Christmas money, adding that such retirees have not been able to recover their deducted money. They called for the implementation of the reports of the panels previously set up on the matter to ensure that the deducted money is refunded to their rightful owners. A former secretary at the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, John Oga, has told an Ikeja Special Offences Court how the immediate past CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, allegedly directed payment of money into his niece's bank account. Oga, the 6th prosecution witness, continued to give evidence after being led in evidence by EFCC counsel Rotimi Oyedepo SAN. According to him, one Hannah Emefiele is the first defendant's niece. He told the court that the Oga instructed an account officer to pay money into Hannah's bank account on the instruction of Emefiele. The witness said that all emails he sent to the bank account officer and instructions given were as directed by Emefiele. Justice Joyce Abdulmalik of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has stopped the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, from further releasing monthly financial allocations to the River State government. Justice Abdulmalik held that the receipt and disbursement of monthly allocations since January this year by the River State Governor, Siminalaye Fubara, was a breach of the Constitution and an aberration that must not be allowed to continue. The judge held that the presentation of the 2024 budget by Fubara before a 4-member Rivers House of Assembly was an affront to the constitutional provision. Counsel to the Martins Amewule-led River State House of Assembly, Cliff Onoja, spoke to us after the ruling. Meanwhile, River State Governor Siminalaye Fubara says concerns over the Federal High Court decision that restricted the release of state allocations is the least of his problems. Governor Fubara stated during a special Thanksgiving service organized by the state government to celebrate its administration's resilience amid escalating political crisis, which began with the arson attack on the State House of Assembly complex exactly 1 year ago. Governor Fubara assured that despite the court order, his administration would continue payments to contractors and ensure workers' salaries are disbursed from tomorrow. He also confirmed that allocations for the 23 council chairman would be credited as the Joint Accounts Allocation Committee procedures have been completed. In a related development, Rivers State government has appealed the Federal High Court Abuja's judgment, which restrained the Central Bank of Nigeria from further releasing allocations from the federal account to the state. The state's Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joseph Johnson, told newsmen that the judgment had been appealed, expressing optimism that the appeal court would upturn the judgment. He said the pointers to the anticipated judgment were glaring, adding that they were unperturbed as they had already instituted an appeal against the Federal High Court judgment. Defense Headquarters has dismissed claims by the Niger State House of Assembly that the Nigerian Army training camp in Kantagora has been taken over by bandits and terrorists. In a statement signed by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, the military said no inch of the training area has been ceded to terrorists. General Buba disclosed that troops had constantly eliminated the threats posed by terrorists crisscrossing the vast area, adding that their clearance operations in the area had denied the terrorists freedom of action. He clarified that the ongoing operations, particularly in Niger, is targeted at terrorists, saying it was erroneous for such threats to be described in any other form other than terrorism. Nigeria's Safety Investigation Bureau has confirmed the recovery of 5 bodies following the helicopter crash last Thursday. This is according to the Safety Bureau spokesperson, Bimbo Oladeji, who also revealed the mobilization of 2 vessels equipped with side-scan sonar to broaden the search range. A total of 5 bodies have been recovered so far, though the 5th body recovered requires specialized handling due to its decomposed state before being transported to the morgue. The helicopter carrying oil workers crashed last Thursday after leaving Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The helicopter is believed to have crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, although its wreckage is yet to be found. The 36 states governors on the platform of the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF) were last night engaged in a marathon meeting ahead of today, Thursday's National Executive Council NEC meeting over issues related to local government autonomy, excess crude account, and petroleum profit tax, among other salient issues. The meeting, which had the state executives arrive at 9:30 Wednesday night, is coming a few hours after the governors and council of traditional rulers met behind closed doors with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa, Abuja. The governors are trying to get feedback from the traditional rulers in order to frame policies and take decisions in the overall interest of Nigerians. Senate has confirmed the appointment of all 7 ministerial nominees of President Bola Tinubu submitted to the upper chamber last week for accelerated consideration. This follows the screening of the nominees by the upper chamber. The screening exercise was held at the red chamber after it was postponed on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the screening of Ambassador Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu for Minister of State for Foreign Affairs was accompanied by mild drama as lawmakers from her state took turns to praise her beauty and qualifications. This is as Senators Victor Ume and Tony Nwoye, in their remarks, described Bianca as intelligent and beautiful. You're watching Enyimba TV News. After the short break, the news continues in addition to business and sports update. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thanks for being there and welcome back. Now the news continues. From the business scene, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, says its members can't load petrol from the Dangote refinery in Lagos, despite having paid 4 billion naira to the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL. IPMAN President Abubakar Garima stated this in a Monitor television program. Garima expressed surprise that the owner of the $20 billion refinery, Aliko Dangote, said marketers were boycotting his refinery to buy imported petrol. The IPMAN boss said his members are not importing petrol, as claimed by Africa's richest man. He said rather than get Dangote petrol through the NNPCL, the private refinery should register independent petrol marketers directly for smooth loading of the products. And now sports. Ruud van Nistelrooy enjoyed a winning start to his caretaker spell in charge of Manchester United to reach the League Cup quarterfinals on Wednesday as Leicester were beaten 5-2 at Old Trafford. Arsenal and Liverpool were among the other sides to book their place in the last 8, but Chelsea was beaten 2-0 at Newcastle. A United legend as a player, Van Nistelrooy was thrust into the role of interim manager after the Red Devils sacked Erik ten Hag on Monday following a dreadful start to the season. Sporting Lisbon boss Ruben Amorim is the man the English Giants have targeted to take over, but are still in negotiations with the Portuguese champions to agree compensation for the 39-year-old. A tragic incident occurred in Mgbo, Onhuku local government area of Ebonyi state on Tuesday night, resulting in the death of a 48-year-old Michael Nnaji. Eyewitnesses reported that 2 masked gunmen arrived at the victim's premises on motorcycle. They shot Mr. Nnaji twice before setting his body and surrounding property ablaze. A family source stated that the hoodlums entered the compound from different directions, made their way to the parlor where Mike was relaxing, and shot him twice. The sound of gunfire sent residents fleeing for safety, leaving the victim and attackers alone. After shooting him, they set the house ablaze and escaped on their motorcycle. Mr. Nnaji, a native of Amuri in Enugu State, was a respected member of the local security team and a businessman. He was known for his quiet and jovial nature. The incident resulted in significant property damage, including 2 deep freezers, television sets, furniture, cooking utensils, cash, and other valuables. Ebonyi State Police spokesperson Joshua Okando confirmed the incident. And that's our package of the news for now. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Esther Chima. Thank you so much for being there.